Wow. So Kyrie Irving has decided to request a trade from Cleveland because he doesn't want to play with LeBron James. Wow. So Kyrie Irving has decided that he wants to play next season for one of four teams. Either the New York Knicks, the Miami Heat, the Minnesota Timberwolves, or the San Antonio Spurs. Now, I think the most likely of those teams is the New York Knicks, and here's why. Kyrie Irving has said before that he wants to play in New York. LeBron James has said he wants to play with Carmelo Anthony. Now, a three-team trade that has been being rumored is Cleveland getting Carmelo Anthony and Eric Bledsoe. Phoenix, who would be involved in this trade, would get Kevin Love and Frank Ntilikina. And the New York Knicks would get Kyrie Irving and Channing Frye. Now, for every single one of those teams, they're getting a star player. This would be a blockbuster trade, but this might be the only way that Cleveland can convince LeBron James to stay next season. Because if they get Carmelo Anthony, and if Dwayne Wade decides that he wants to get a buyout of his contract in Chicago and signs with Cleveland, then they would have Melo, Wade, and LeBron. And that might be enough to convince LeBron to stay with Cleveland if they can get Chris Paul as well and have the banana boat. Now, Miami is definitely a possibility. Miami has the pieces like Justice Winslow, Goran Dragic, Tyler Johnson, Josh Richardson, Bam Adebayo. Those pieces are all valuable young talents who you could send over to Cleveland if Cleveland is looking to start to prepare for the post-LeBron era. But if you're looking at the fact that Cleveland wants to keep LeBron, that's not exactly the move you want to make, trading away Kyrie Irving for Goran Dragic and a couple of young guys. Now, the least likely of these teams is most likely the San Antonio Spurs, because the Spurs don't have the pieces to put together the offer that Cleveland is looking for unless they want to give up LaMarcus Aldridge in a three-team trade. I don't think that LeBron James would most likely want to play with LaMarcus Aldridge, because we've seen how he plays in San Antonio, and then you had to trade Kevin Love too, and it's basically just like trading Kevin Love for a different version of Kevin Love. The Minnesota Timberwolves would probably not work as well, but it could work if the Timberwolves were willing to give up a piece like Andrew Wiggins. But why would you want to give up Wiggins if you're going to get a player who's not going to fit your team better than Wiggins does? The only way that would work is if they could convince Cleveland to take Jeff Teague in January or February. But it looks like Kyrie wants to be traded before the start of the season. So I'm also ruling Minnesota out. This definitely creates an opening now for who's going to be making the finals next year if Kyrie gets traded. Because if they do not get a huge return for Kyrie, if they make the trades with San Antonio or with Miami or with Minnesota really, they're not going to get back Kyrie Irving. This could create an opportunity for a team like the Boston Celtics, who just got Gordon Hayward, for the Washington Wizards, who have kind of been there the entire time but have been under the radar, for the Toronto Raptors, who have done the same thing as Washington, or even for a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo to come out of nowhere and carry his team to the finals, which I really think could happen. But also, you need to consider the fact that if he gets traded to New York or Miami, they're going to be in the hunt too now. because they're gonna have either Kyrie or Porzingis, which is a nice duo, or Whiteside and Kyrie, which is also a very good duo. So that is also a possibility. I'm not saying they're gonna make the finals, and I'm not saying that any of these teams are definitely gonna make the finals. I'm just saying that it opens opportunities for other teams to make a push at LeBron and force him to sweat a little bit. Anyway, guys, that's the video. I wanted to say thank you for watching, and make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on the tip-off. Have a great day.